Hello, everyone. Welcome to the inaugural episode of Ferret 64. That's right, this is the new podcast experience from me, YemmytheFerret, of course. It's replacing YemmyCast. So if you're used to YemmyCast, you'll be used to this, except it's live streamed on Twitch. I felt like it would be a better place for it, blah, 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 blah. So thanks, everyone who's around and here. We'll be swigging on some juice. It's just water. I don't know why I call it juice. And we'll also be talking about video games, what I've been playing, and who knows what else we'll have him. So, like I said, YemmyCast is gone. I will be taking it down from the websites very soon because SoundCloud is not renewing, which is going to be in about a month. So they'll all come down anyways. But I might as well just get the jump on it, you know. But they're all backed up on my YouTube channel. So if you want to go back and watch those, relive the experience of YemmyCast, you can. But for right now, this is where we're at. We're on Twitch. We're having some fun. I have some music in my ears, of course. And it's nice. It's nice. What happened? Did it just die? Oh, maybe that was the end of the song. Ah, okay. Yeah, I just put on some lo-fi beats. What do you want from me? Oh, amazing fucking picture. They're all pretty amazing pictures. Alright. Welcome, Coco Gamer. Thanks for the host as well. And Chop the Dog. Thanks for the host as well. Welcome you too. Thanks for showing. I hope you enjoy the new show. So, in a new segment to the podcast, we're going to start off with this. We're going to start off with something different. Alright, let's start off with the new segment to the show, which is... What has Yemmy been playing this past week? That's right, what have I been playing this past week? Now, as you guys know, I'm a connoisseur of video games. I play a lot of different video games. And it's been a week of some new games I've been playing, and also a week of some older games that I've also revisited. Some streaming, most of them not. The one game I want to talk about first is a game called Slay the Spire. Let's put on some Slay the Spire action behind me while I talk about it. Slayer, Slayer. Whoo! All right, I don't know who this guy is, so we're gonna. Hey everybody, it's your friend. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck off. Okay, so Slay the Spire is a neat little card game, and I want to get. Let's. This guy's probably just bullshitting around. So what you do is you pick a character from the list of characters. There's 4 characters right now, and they all have their own unique decks. And you go through. It's like a dungeon crawler, but each you go up against different types of enemies, and you choose your path, like this guy's showing. And there's campfires, there's question marks, there's a store, there's also minions, and then there's bosses, and then there's the big boss all the way at the top, which you'll probably show. There it is. So this game came out 2019, and I didn't get around to playing it until recently, and it's really a great game. I actually have been having a lot of fun with it. I've streamed it on Discord a little bit, nothing like major. I was wanting to stream it on Twitch, but it's one of those games that I don't think I would want to stream on Twitch because it's like I wouldn't say it's a one and done, but it's a lot of going back, redoing things, battling through enemies, waves after waves again. When you die, you have to start all the way over, and your deck resets, so it's kind of frustrating in that aspect. It has a lot of similarities to my game of the year from last year, 2019, which was SteamWorld Quest, where you use cards to battle enemies. And the biggest difference about this one compared to SteamWorld Quest, 1, you only use one character. 2, you have to decide whether you want to block or if you want to attack. And now the best thing to do most of the time is to block when an enemy's attacking you, but if they're not attacking you, go all for it. The one thing about this game that's really unique is each playthrough you usually pick up different cards, new cards, and as you level up you unlock new cards to unlock. And there's also relics that you get from boss fights and stuff like that help you throughout the game. The guy you buy stuff from also has relics you can buy for a high price, of course, but if you go through the game buying the relics, then you should be pretty overpowered by the end of it all. The game, I don't really, there's like no real flaws about the game other than the fact that you can't just build a deck and play with it. You have to, every time you go through the game, you have to create a new deck from random cards that you find, which can be a bit annoying. So there's a few different types of cards. Each character has their own, card. So there's the red, the green, blue, and I think purple is the last one. I love purple. There's purple. So each character kind of has their own stuff, and you can unlock multiple, different cards if you go through the game and you use the relic to unlock, all types of color cards. I also forgot there's also gray cards, and there's also special cards that enemies will give you. So there's weakened cards, there's burn cards, stuff like that. Cards that you can't play personally, and when they're in your hand, they'll either do negative things to you, or they will take up the spot of a card that you might want to use in the near future. But for right now, I've been having a great time with it. I really like the blue dude who has orbs. He has 3 different orbs when you start off, and you can get frost orbs, which give you defense. There's plasma orbs, which give you energy. There's lightning orbs, which attacks enemies. And then there's the dark orbs, which once you use those, they continually add power to them, and once you use them, it destroys. If you have 24 built-up damage, it'll damage an enemy for 24. Which is pretty nice because most of the attacks in this game, you can even see from what this guy's been doing, is 2, hits for 7, hits for 8, hits for, I know one character is hit for 5, and it's whoa, okay, stay away from that one. But like I said, for the most part, really enjoying this game. Haven't really found anything that's been annoying about it other than the fact that I feel like there's some battles higher up on the chain of things that I lost that I shouldn't have lost. I got to the me, but that's Slay the Spire. Another game that I've been playing this past week is a game called Nio, which was actually free. What happened? Why did it do that? Which was actually free during PlayStation Plus, but I bought the collector's edition on PlayStation when that was a big thing. What the heck is going on with YouTube right now? I do not understand. Alright, here. Fuck me, right? There we go. Full screen. Love the full screen. Let's get into some action here. So Nio is an interesting game because it's a Souls-like game that isn't really... It's kind of Souls-like because there's, you die and you have to go recollect all your shit and, your XP that you gain and stuff like that. But it's not like a regular Souls-like game because each area is a level, and each area can have multiple levels in it. So you have a hub that you go to that you select a level to go to, and then you play through that level. And it's actually an interesting take on it, and I actually like it a little bit more than your basic, Dark Souls run around the map, try and figure it out kind of thing, because it gives you kind of a clear objective and a clear path to go on. And that's kind of what I like about it more. The combat is really intuitive because there's 3 different stances you can use, and depending on what the enemy is doing, sometimes the stances help you. I mostly just use the regular stance, but the overhead stances help me a lot with some of the weaker enemies who do a lot of down attacks and stuff like that. The bosses in the game are actually pretty difficult, but the strange thing is I've been able to defeat most of them in 1 or 2 goes, but recently I've been hitting tougher bosses, so I've been kind of stuck a little bit. I'm currently fighting the centipede boss, which sounds pretty sexual, well, being as a human. It's not a human centipede, though, so there's nothing sexual about it. It's like a real centipede, and it spews poison and stuff like that. I just haven't found a good way to get around its antics. Whereas with the dog, I think his name was Nuck or something like that, Noi or something. that dog had openings that you could use to your advantage. So when he did like a laser blast, you can go around to his side where the laser's not hitting, and you can stab his chest, and he'll roll over and get damaged more than a normal attack would. So there's stuff like that that really helps you in the game. Other than that, not really much else to say about Nio other than the collector's edition came with a bunch of suits of armor that didn't really help me in the long run. I mostly found better stuff well into the game, but still, it was kind of interesting. I've also been using the axe, my axe. I've also been using there's this one. It's a different type of sword. You don't hold it the same way. You don't use it the same way. But I like the move set better. And plus, those are like the most damaging weapons. Like you can get like weapons that hit fast and do like double damage. But those ones I don't like as much because they don't have enough stopping power to them, and most enemies will be able to get around it. The one thing I forgot to mention, this game is kind of like Sekiro, if you've played that, where the enemy has of course you always have a stamina bar, but your enemy has a stamina bar as well, and if their stamina bar gets depleted, they'll fall over, and then you can do a classic Lord of the Rings style execution on him, which is pretty fun. Other than that, it's a fun game. I'm just kind of getting to the parts that are a little bit more difficult. And to be fair, most of the stuff that I've run into in the game, even during the mine part, hasn't been so difficult that I don't think like a normal person could get through it. I feel like it's mostly pretty fair. It's just you kind of need to know where the enemies are, and then once you kind of learn the enemies' movesets, things get a lot easier. Coco says Nio is a good game. How far are you in Nio? I didn't even know you played that one. All right, let's move on to a game I've been playing on live stream, which is called Vampire. Now, I'll tell you this, Vampire isn't my favorite game that we've streamed. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of just kind of like mindless tasks right now. The action is kind of starting to pick up, I guess you would say, but it's not it's not like the most intuitive design for a game. If you're using a mouse and keyboard, it's definitely a harder experience because when the switch between enemies, you have to move your mouse, which is pretty annoying because I'm constantly moving my mouse because, as you guys know from my streams, I can't keep still. My hands are constantly moving. So if you want to play this game, the best way to play it, I think, is with a controller, because you can flick the right stick and switch enemies, which is normal. Of course, I have not used my own advice and switched control setups because I'm used to the keyboards now. Well, mostly used to the keyboards now, but that's another story. But the game is interesting in the way that you can interact with all these people in this town in these different areas. There's hunters who are going after you. There's creatures who are also stalking in the night. And you're playing as a doctor who is a recently turned vampire. And you kind of have to figure out what's going on, and if you want to keep to your values or whatever. It references World War I a lot, which is cool because it's based during that time. And there's a lot of cool little things about it. I would say it's a little rough around the edges. I wouldn't say that it's the most amazing experience I've ever played, but for a game that lets you do as much as this game does, it's pretty good. It's not too bad. And I would recommend getting it on a sale. I would not recommend picking it up for full price because I don't think it's worth the hefty price tag that it still is. I think $20 or less is a good price for this game. It's a big game, and I appreciate all the things that the developers did with the game. I just, it's one of those things that's like, I like it, but I also am annoyed with it at the same time. You guys understand what I'm saying, especially if you've watched the live streams. But yeah, let's move on to the next game on our list, which is an older game that I've been playing, which is called Trials Fusion. So Trials Fusion is just like any of the other Trials games. You use a dirt bike to... Oh boy, I don't want to watch a Jacksepticeye video. I guess let's watch a speed run? I don't know. Here we are. So, I've never played a Trials Fusion or a Trials game in general. I know Rising came out last year, I think it was, or the year before that. I can't remember. So, Fusion was free on PlayStation Plus a while back. And so, I ended up getting it, and or not purchasing it, but I just downloaded it from PlayStation Plus because I added it to my my list of games, of course. And to be honest with you guys, it's a pretty interesting experience. It's really cool to kind of, figure out the levels and how you can control your motorcycle, dirt bike type thing. It's really fun. It can get a little frustrating at times, especially when you're trying to go for gold medals on things and find or do the different objectives. And I think Rising is a little bit nicer with the objectives you have to do. But like I said, it was free for PlayStation Plus, so it's not like I paid money for this game. And I don't know if I had bought the game, if I would have liked it more or less. I'm just saying right now, as it is, it's pretty good. And the nice thing is, and you can even kind of see it on the screen here, you can see the names of your friends who have played this game as well, so you can kind of race them, kind of. I've been beating Depraved Slasher a lot, which is actually he has some pretty high scores, so I'm actually kind of proud of that. Also, this game wants me to I want to play Trials Rising now because of this game. I don't like the futuristic style of this one. And I've watched the original Trials game, I've watched people play this game, and I've watched people play Rising. And Fusion, I don't like how the characters look, especially your starting character. I don't like the futuristic textures and stuff like that. I feel like it was the wrong way to do it, and that's just a personal preference of mine. But if you guys want to, you can check it out. If you can download it for free, definitely do it for free, because I think it's like a $10 game now anyways, but still, it's one of those things that's like you may possibly not like it, especially if you don't like the physics in the game. But like I said, this game does make me want to play Rising, because Rising looks way more interesting. I watched someone play through it, and it was pretty cool. So Trials Fusion, that's another game I've been playing recently. Hey, welcome to the podcast, Chaotic Punisher. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. What other games have I been playing this week? Oh, Yemmy, this is a long segment. You shouldn't do this for so long, but I have to because it's something I thought of. Zombie Army Trilogy. Now, we'll talk more about Zombie Army 4 later in the podcast, of course. But Zombie Army Trilogy is actually one of those good games that gets swept under the rug. It's a really fun little zombie shooter game. And the nice thing about this one, and I'll keep praising the team for doing this, is if you had the first two games in the series, you got the trilogy for like half off or something like that, something pretty big. And I was like, hell yes, because the third game in the trilogy only released with the trilogy. And I was like, that is so nice of them. And I think that was only a Steam thing. Like I said, we'll talk more about Zombie Army Zombie Army 4 when we get to that point in the podcast. But right now, just know I love this game. It's like Sniper Elite. It's more arcadey and it's fun because there's zombies and it's up to 4-player co-op. So pretty good. It is a really good game trilogy. So if you're looking to buy it, I would suggest full price for it, to be honest with you. I think it's worth it. There's different modes like Horde mode and stuff you can do in it, and the main campaign is just a blast to play through. There's hard segments, there's easy segments, and enemies kind of change depending on how many players you have in the game. The only thing that's annoying is the special zombies that come around, because they're bullet sponges, and sometimes they really wreck you, especially in the third game. The third game was pretty crazy. Yes, you can actually play as a Russian. There's a Russian in the game, and also the Left 4 Dead characters are in the game as well, which is pretty cool. All right, other than that, of course, the normal things that I play most usually weekly: Modern Warfare, Battlefield 5. Other than that, those are really the games that I've been playing the most this week. So let's jump into some news. And the first thing I want to talk about today is probably the biggest news that's recently come out, and that is let's put on some background tunes, guys. We need some background tunes, something to keep me not from which Left 4 Dead team? Both of them, both sets of teams are in the game. Let's get some background music going, because I'm feeling some background music. I don't know about you guys. I'm feeling some background music, not Backstreet Boys. We need something royalty free. That is right, royalty free. Let's do. You're taking too long, Yemmy. Jesus Christ, people are leaving the stream. Oh my God. Why do I have so much shit in here? Let's go with the Village theme. That's a good one. Half-Life. All right, so that is really loud, motherfucker. motherfucker. Alright, here we go. Half-Life Alexis is coming in March, but Valve and Steam is celebrating the series by letting you play the whole Half-Life series for free for a limited time. What sucks, I literally just bought the entire series not too long ago, which is pretty annoying. It was all on sale for like pennies, but still, it's like, okay. Anyways, so this is a nice thing that Valve is doing. You can play through the entire original Half-Life series, including all the episodes attached to Half-Life 2. Of course, games like Black Mesa and the famous Hunt Down the Freeman, which are not official Valve games, are not free, but you can still purchase those if you want to. Actually, no, you can't purchase Hunt Down the Freeman because they took it off. So if you want to relive the Half-Life series before playing Alexis, which is only going to be Steam VR for as we know right now, you can do that. You can do that. Someone just followed me. So yeah, if you want to, check that out if you want. That's something that's going on right now. All right, next. Here's a nice one. And I've changed the points around, guys. So if you click on the points thing, you see that there's nothing that will disrupt the stream on the points rewards right now, except for the podcast guest one, which I upped the price of because I thought 3,000 was a little bit too low. So I'll add back the other rewards once we do a normal stream, but during podcasts, I don't want to be playing melodica songs and reading riddles and stuff like that. So we're just doing this. We're just kind of chilling out. We're chilling out. Let me make sure this repeats constantly. All right, so in a long-running lawsuit by a company named what was the iLife Technologies Inc. iLife Technologies Inc. right there. There was a $10.1 million federal lawsuit against Nintendo, which was about the Wii Remote. Now, if you know, no, that is not true, Punisher. Did you name yourself after Samet? No. I actually came up with his name and then realized that when I came to Discord today that Samet64 is his name, so I did not name myself after Samet. But yeah, this lawsuit has been going on since 2017, and actually the companies have been talking about this since 2013, so it's a very long-running gripe that this iLife Technologies company has. So during the court rulings, which was in Dallas, where's Hank Hill? All the way back in 2017, according to the release, the court concluded that iLife Technologies Inc. was impermissibly trying to cover the broad concept of using motion sensors to detect motion. So essentially what the lawsuit was about, they had controllers that could sense motion, and Nintendo had controllers that could sense motion. And because this is a very broad term, and because that so many controllers nowadays, even during the time of the N64, had motion control capabilities, the court said you can't sue because of that, because there's lots of things that have motion controls. It's not your idea, solely your idea. Look at the PlayStation Move controllers. Look at the PlayStation 3 controller. That was a giant motion controller. You stupid noob! Thank you, Cursed Titan, for giving me a spook, and also for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, the PS3 and the PS4 controllers are literally motion controllers themselves. So it's like you're trying. It's like when the Fine Brothers tried to they tried to copyright the term React, and they were going to make their whole React world, and everyone went crazy because it's like the stupidest idea a YouTuber has ever had. Well, I guess second stupidest, because walking into a forest of dead bodies was the number one. No problem, Cursed Titan. I appreciate you, though. Shout out to Twitch to just not counting raids on random occasions now. Yeah, what the heck's with that? It didn't even show up in my my mini feed. That's weird. But thanks for the raid anyways, VividChim. VividChim, everybody. He runs a podcast as well on his own channel, the VividChim podcast. If you want to check that out, you can. And he also just recently completed Death Stranding, which, to me, I mean, that's a big achievement. It took him 39 hours, which You can do the math on how many streams that was. So congratulations, VividChim, on your accomplishment. Where was I? Yes. So this company was trying to pretty much say that Nintendo stole their idea of motion controllers. And AJ Singh, who is Nintendo of America's Deputy General Counsel, had some words to respond to the whole thing finally being over. He said, Nintendo has a long history of developing new and unique products, and we are pleased that after many years of litigation, the court agreed with Nintendo. We will continue to vigorously defend our products against companies seeking to profit off of technology they did not invent. There you go. Pretty cool indeed. What do you guys think of this? I mean, of course, Nintendo doesn't hold the rights to motion controllers, but do you think that this company even had a chance of defeating Nintendo in this case? I don't think so. I think this was just this was them just trying to get money. I mean, I've never even heard of iLife Technologies Inc. What is that, a knockoff from China? Like, I don't understand. Let me know what you guys think, if you think anything. I'm just saying, pretty dumb. Pretty dumb by them. Big little brain moment. Little brain moment. So you can only guess at how much money Nintendo threw at this case because they were trying to defend themselves in this case, and who knows how much money that iLife Technologies also threw into the pen to try and defeat Nintendo. But obviously, as we know from the past few months and probably the past year, Nintendo has won more lawsuits than it's lost, so sorry. Let's move on. Let's go ahead and move on to another Nintendo thing. A new Nintendo patent, which is showing a touch pen attachment for the Joy-Con, has been found. Or not found, but more like discovered. Apparently, this patent was actually filed back in, I believe, 2017 or something like that? It was first published on the 16th of January of 2020, but it was actually filed back during June of last year. So it's been around for a little while. And essentially what it is it's not a stylus that sticks all the way through the controller. It's just at the top. Let me get the other picture because it actually shows it a little bit better. So essentially, this little thing at the top has a little bit of electronics in it. Okay? And it's at the top there, and you attach it to the Joy-Con almost exactly like the regular straps. The only thing is you have this giant rubber dick practically on the top of it, and you can use it to actually touch things on the Switch. And essentially what they were wanted to do was when you touch the remote to the Switch with the little dildo at the top, it would actually vibrate in your hand. So I don't know what application that could be used for. Maybe for Mario Party games, maybe for the Brain Age game they just released. Maybe they were thinking of adding things for that. This is an interesting concept because, well, I mean, it's not interesting, but it's like duh, they're going to do this because it just seems like something that should have happened from the get-go, have a stylus on this Switch remote. I mean, it really wouldn't have gotten in the way of pretty much anything, and probably people would have used it for like Mario Maker, and like this shows drawing on the Switch. Yes, the Switch is touchscreen. It is touchscreen. You use the touchscreen for a few different things during the game. And you can actually, in handheld mode, you can actually use it as like a touchscreen too as well. So yeah, they've released a stylus, which I think is an official Nintendo stylus. There it is right there. It launched in December. And it's only in Japan right now. It's about 864 yen, which is about $8, so it's not too pricey as you would expect from Nintendo. But this little doohickey seems like it could cost at least $20 to $30. So there you go. Yeah, I never used the touchscreen. I never seen the touchscreen. It's barely used. I barely use it myself. The only time I've ever used it is if I'm like really I'm holding my controller and I'm like, I should play this game, and I press the button. And I'm like, that was almost satisfying, but not really. Not really. Yeah, it's the opposite of, like, an Apple Pen, and even the Microsoft Surface Pen is, I mean, well, though, actually, I would say the Microsoft Surface Pen is actually more justified for the price tag, because that pen can do a lot. Like, there is so much functionality in that one pen, whereas this, it's just a piece of plastic with a little rubber on the end, and this looks like a penis. So there we go. So maybe we'll see this in the future, like they said it in the article actually down below. You know, it's worth pointing out that the patent is just that, however, just a patent. It could be a cool product to see on the market one day, but it's not guaranteed, and it could never be spoken of again. I'm sure you could DIY this too. Just follow the YouTube tutorial. All right, so a retro fellow forced me to put this into the podcast because he loves Fortnite and he loves Ninja. He loves Ninja so much that he goes on Mixer just to jack off when he's playing. It's the only way he can get off, and it's a good thing fellow isn't here to say otherwise. All right, so, oh boy, into Fortnite's most famous streamer. That's right, the most famous streamer of Fortnite, Ninja, has gotten his own in-game skin. That's right, so now you can be the Ninja himself. He's gone from writing shitty books to comic books that are well illustrated but very shitty in story-wise as well. He's also got merch like a fucking $2 headband that he sells for like $25. And now he's officially in Fortnite, which is good. It's a good thing. It's not that it's a bad thing. I think it's a great thing. He's been one of the biggest icons of the Fortnite generation. And there are so many people who follow him. Even they followed him all the way over to Mixer that love his content. And it's understandable as why. You know, he's a big personality. He does a lot of cringe too as well off the air, so that's one of those kind of things. But that's beside the point. Congratulations to Ninja. So this is what Ninja said on his Twitter, which is @Ninja. I mean, how many freaking dicks did he have to suck to get that at? I know on YouTube there was a story. He got the official Ninja channel on YouTube because the person who originally made that was offline for a span of 9 months. So they contacted the guy. He didn't respond back until like 3 months before, like a few days, I should say, 3 days before they were officially going to just take it down and let Ninja have it. And he was like, "Yeah, it's fine." And so Ninja got his YouTube channel. That's a side point, guys. So Ninja said on Twitter, "I've dreamt of having a skin in Fortnite since I started playing the game. Today, my dream becomes a reality. Get the Ninja Fortnite skin in the Epic Store starting Thursday, 6 p.m. on Sunday." Wait, what? Never mind. Don't forget I said anything about that. Don't forget to use the code NINJA with an exclamation point. So yeah, it's pretty cool that he got a skin, I guess. Why is it just, I want to expand the picture, Twitter. There we go, thank you. It's pretty cool that he got a shout from Fortnite, and other creators have also gotten stuff like Pokimane and stuff like that. But Ninja obviously is the biggest one. I think his shoes are fucking disgusting, but other than that, kind of a cool concept for him. Kind of a cool concept. Just take the shoes out. Just hide the shoes with your hand, and I think it's the best thing. VividChim says, "Feel like this skin should move to PUBG for a lower audience. That is a nice contract." That's his take on this. And Cursed Titan says, "Can I just say that's too many tabs?" Yes. Well, this is my life when I do podcasts. This right here. This is my life. Don't worry, we're slowly working our way out of it. That's for sure. I forgot to read this one beforehand. I apologize, so I'm going to be doing a lot more reading on this one. To the Moon has mysteriously disappeared. Fuck, why did I press on that? Has mysteriously disappeared from the Nintendo Switch eShop in Europe. Now, if you don't know what this game is, I'll tell you right now. I don't know either. It's like a little, it looks like kind of like a top-down little, like, not really Pokemon type game, but it kind of has like the same kind of art style of a top-down 2D kind of thing, which kind of looks interesting. Let's see what this webpage rated it. They said they gave it a 7.6 out of 10. The user score is about a 5. So kind of an interesting concept for the game, I guess. It's kind of reminiscent of the old style stuff. So let's see why this one has been taken down. So the game was released on the 16th of January and has been sitting on the Switch eShop ever since. Checking the digital storefront today, though, you can see that it has mysteriously vanished from the European store while being available in North America. Even the page for the game on the Nintendo's European website has been wiped. Let's see if that's true. Oh, it's most definitely true. Look at that. Not found. Let's get back to it. So what happened? Usually when we see games vanish like this, it's a rating issue or similar tends to be the culprit. That could be the case here, but the game's publisher hasn't addressed the game's disappearance on social media or press release in any shape or form. For now, the only way fans in Europe can get the game is by using an account from a different region, although it's worth noting that the game is still playable if you've downloaded it before it disappeared. So, why? Why has To the Moon been taken down in Europe? Like they said, the publisher and developer haven't come out and said anything yet about it. So I'm wondering if it's just a regional thing because something didn't go through on the region, or maybe there's some sort of imagery in the game that goes against European standards? Not sure. I guess we'll have to wait and see, as I say. Wait and see for why this happened. Why? Like I said, it's still available in America. So if you use an American account, you can still download the game. If you have a European account, well, let's just say, you're screwed. You're scriggity screwed. All right, let's move on. Square Enix has teased that there's an imminent Nintendo Switch announcement coming soon. Look at this logo. They even say it right here. Wii U? Yeah, there's a U in it. What does it mean? What does it mean? So, Square Enix Collective, which is a division well known for providing funding and publishing services to indie developers, has teased that a new Switch announcement is going to come later this week. So, 12 hours ago, on Twitter, Square Enix came out and said, an announcement for Nintendo Switch this week, you say? And they have a gif of The Office, Dwight, and Steve Carell pumping up in the air like having a good time. For those asking, we publish super cool indie games. You can check this ones we've released so far here. So let's see what their repertoire includes. They've done Boundless, Forgotten Anne, whatever that is, I don't know. Fear Effect, but they did Battalion 1944. That's right. That's actually a pretty good one. Oh My Godheads, Deadshot Heroes, blah, 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 blah. They've done a few. So what could this new game be? VividChim says it's probably the Final Fantasy VII remake coming to the Switch, right? That could be, but I don't know if you would say that Final Fantasy VII is indie. This is an indie studio, or helper, I guess you could say. So I don't think it's Final Fantasy VII. Right now, the only Switch game has been confirmed for the release by the division is called Circuit Superstars, which is a cool-looking top-down racing game that they showed off during E3 2019. In the replies to their tweet, fans have been quick to jump on the idea that this means that the Nintendo Direct is happening soon, which obviously hasn't happened. Yeah, this is specifically their indie development department, which does more off-the-cuff things. So we'll see if this means that maybe a Nintendo Direct is coming soon. There's usually one sometime in February, so it's possible that they're hinting at something big coming for the Switch from the indie scene. But once again, we'll have to wait and see. Am I right? That's a great catchphrase, Yemmy. I love it. Okay, so I specifically have not watched this trailer yet, so let's pause the music here for a second, and we will watch the trailer for It's Raining Fists and Metal. Oh yeah. Let's watch it together. Live! Oh, it's a little loud. So this game is supposed to be like a music brawler, I guess you could say. It looks a little basic.
At the age of 16, I discovered that the spirit of metal holds a power so strong that it makes concepts like time and space obsolete. So I sharpened my guitar and started fighting and playing. Because it's
I'm doing the Nordish accent, yeah. Looks very basic so far. I'm not sure exactly if you have to time your hits with the music or something like that.
The brawl has started. The crowd will try to help their idols with useful items, but the true spirit of the metal cannot be defeated by man-made tools. Only those who prove to be worthy will be able to handle the immense power and concentrate their strength in devastating solos. It's raining fists and metal! Be ready. Metal is awaiting you.
I mean, look at this. The concept art is cooler than the actual game. Yeah, the voice acting is kind of interesting, I guess you could say. I mean, look at this concept art. I mean, look at this dude. Look at this woman. Look at this guy. He kind of looks like the Reigning or Slayer guitarist himself. I like this, and then you look at the actual game and you're like, what the fuck is this? So for people who are listening to the audio-only version, which will be available on Spotify and stuff like that on Fridays, the concept art is very detailed characters, and then the actual in-game stuff is very retro-looking 8-bit kind of textures, which I think does the game a disservice. There's an after-credit scene, guys. There's an after-credit scene. There's tomatoes being thrown on the stage. And that was it. We'll leave this picture up for another second for VividChim, because not VividChim, Chaotic Punisher. He's in love with this woman. All right. So, what are the main features of the game? Let's look into it a little bit. Up to 1 to 4 players on the same screen. Play with friends against computer. Dominate your opponents, mashing and fighting them to the beat of the metal to throw them off stage. Play many different metal tracks composed specifically for the game. Select your guitarist and customize his clothes and instrument. Play on different maps with each with a unique power-ups. Adventure mode, single player and co-op, and unique characters with a defined personality. Now, this is a big pass from me, I think, and VividChim agrees with me. This is a pass. I think that the concept was cooler when I was looking at the thumbnail and stuff like that. I thought the like Smash Brothers with a little rhythm beat kind of game going on. That sounds kind of cool. And then you realize that it's just like a kind of trashy type little indie game. It could be something cool, and I'm just judging it before it comes out. As you guys know, I've had to apologize to indie developers in the past because I shit on their game before release, but whatever. So yeah, it's available as of, I think, last week, and it's about $5.99, or that's about, about $8 US dollars. If you want to, you can check it out. Check out the trailer for yourself before getting it, though. There really wasn't any keys as to how the game works. Like, they show these screenshots, and they're like, okay, it's 2 guys looking at each other. Okay, this guy's, maybe this is him doing a solo. This is his ultimate move, and he's shocking these guys. And then the next one is just like, okay, there's Stonehenge. Everyone loves Stonehenge, right? I know that's player 2's favorite vacation spot is Stonehenge. Oh, what the fuck you saying? It's a bunch of rocks, bro. But I don't know what's going on in this picture other than the fact that this guy's on fire, these 2 guys are smooching on a stage behind him, and there's like a giant dildo here. I don't know what to say. A rhythm-based Smash Bros. Game is a good concept, I agree, but this isn't the way to do it. But, hey, I won't judge it until I actually play it, which is going to be never. Woo, all right. Here we go. Sega, they're sharing fresh new Sonic news on the 20th of every month, and actually just recently passed. And I believe this was the first big news, was that they're going to be doing something every single month. So what are the announcements going to be? Who knows? But the big news for the 20th, on the 20th of every month, is going to be a new Sonic announcement, I guess you could say. This is weird because, as they even say in the article, the 30th anniversary is next year in 2021. So why wouldn't they do this for 2021 and just do regular updates for this? I don't understand. But anyways, for the 29th anniversary of Sonic, every single month is a different character. So you have Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Shadow, don't know you, 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 don't know you. Okay, so I don't know most of the characters. But anyways, today is the big reveal of the project itself. A nice selection of wallpaper, social media avatars, and icons. Even a Twitter header has been shared to Segal's official website. And it will appear the brand new page will also be updated each month, slowly transforming into a year-long advent calendar of sorts. Oh, what the fuck is this? What is this? What is this? That's awful. This is awful. There's like tiny little blocks all over the page. What the fuck? What is this? Yeah, so anyways, each one of these is going to be unlocked during the months. Right now, they're just pictures. I don't like this website. I'm getting off this website. Alright, fuck this article. Fuck that. Telltale Mario win. Never. Alright, here's a cool one. For people who are fans of Okami, a new statue is going to be coming from First 4 Figures. That's right, a new Okami statue. This game came out years ago. I haven't personally played it myself. I have it on my PS4 shelf. It's there. It's in physical form. I can play it anytime I want to, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet because there's so much to do. But look at this beauty of a statue. Of course, they have the Okami kind of wolf spirit, and it has different, I believe it has a few different attachments that you can put onto it, including flames, a little emblem of sorts in the middle as well, and I believe, does it light up? It looks like it lights up if you put the flames on it. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. So, this is going to go for about, man, it's going to go for about $684. Wow. Early adopters can get it for about $616, which is probably like a 10% mark off. So let's see what it says. Pre-orders for the statue are now live on their website. So it says pre-orders for Okami. Divine Descent Resin Statue is exclusive and definitive editions are only available until February 24th of 2020. Place an order on or before the 3rd of February 2020, 4 p.m. Hong Kong time, to take advantage of our early bird promotion. So let's look at the different things that are included in the different editions. So the package is going to include the following, I believe in both editions. It's going to be the Okami statue, highly detailed base inspired by the sunshine brush technique, Divine Retribution with 2 LED functions, Blade of Ketsugi with 1 LED function, Devote Beads with 2 LED functions, Infinity Judge and glow-in-the-dark details, an authentication card, which is a card you get with every one of these kind of statues that tells you have number 200 out of 205, something like that. The size is going to be about 16 to 7.5 inches height. Width is going to be about 14 to 15 inches. Depth is going to be about 14 inches deep. And the weight is going to be about 4.7 to 5.0 kilograms. The exclusive edition, which is a little bit less, is going to be $534. And the early offer is actually a lot more less, which is $481, which is pretty cool. This one comes with only one of the LED lights. It only comes with the Divine Retribution that has 2 LED functions. So that's the only real difference between the two statues. Is one comes with the multiple stuff, which is Definitive Edition or Divine Edition, whatever it's called, and this one is just the little emblem there. So that's kind of cool. The Standard Edition. So this is like the most basic model you can get. Wait, what? This one's the same price as the Exclusive Edition. What's different about it? It doesn't come with anything LED based, so you just get the one standard emblem. Okay. Whatever. Let's look at them opening a little bit of it. Fuck off. Let's see. I just want to look at the beginning here, just to kind of see the, whoa, that's loud. See the statue itself. It's very well detailed. It does look like it came right out of the game. It's got like a cartoony kind of cel-shaded style to it. I'm pretty sure that this emblem can be taken off because there's 4 different ones that could possibly come on. So yeah, kind of cool, I guess. They're showing off the LED here. Look at that. LED mode, always on. Well, that's kind of annoying. Oh, look, there's a mirror behind it to check your makeup. There's also the base also lights up as well. That's kind of cool. That's always on as well. What else we got? So there's the swords as well, which is pretty cool. Then there's the Devout Beads. And then coming up last is whatever this thing is. So there you go. Kind of pretty. I mean, it's a cool statue. They always do good work with their stuff. So whatever. That's a ripoff. That's a ripoff that it costs the same amount. Yeah, it's like this one doesn't come with any LEDs, but this one does, and it's the same price. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Let's turn back on the music because I'm getting kind of lonely. All right, let's move on. All right, so there was a kind of like a Smash Brothers Direct hosted by the head honcho himself, and he revealed that there's a Fire Emblem Three Houses character coming as the final Smash DLC character for this season. Obviously, a lot of people are disappointed, but obviously there's a lot of people who are really excited because they love Fire Emblem and they can't get enough of those copy-paste motherfucking characters, okay? Roy and Marth are essentially the same characters. I'm sorry, it had to be said. Especially during Melee, come on. That's beside the point. Let's talk about the cool thing that happened. There is Cuphead, Rabbids, and Assassin's Creed Altair who are joining Smash Bros. Ultimate as Mii costumes. So the Cuphead character is a gunner, the Rabbids character is a fighter, and of course Altair is a swordsman. And I believe that there's also 2 different variant costumes for Mega Man in the mix as well. So that's actually probably the best thing that came out of this. The Cuphead guy, Cuphead has been huge on the Switch and on the Xbox and PC, so it's no wonder that this came to it. And the devs actually thanked Sakurai profusely. They just couldn't stop. Oh my gosh, do not bark. Hey, come here. Randy. Oh, I don't know what he's doing, but he's barking. That scared me. No, not a Cuphead new game. He's a fighter in Smash Brothers. Or he's a skin, technically, in Smash Brothers. Also, the Rabbids, the costume's the same for everyone. It's just a hat. But that's kind of fun. And, of course, Altair from Assassin's Creed. Pretty cool as well. And then there's the new Mega Man X Gunner. And each of the costumes are going to be about 75 cents each, and they're going to launch on the 28th of January, which is about 5 or 6 days away. And, of course, another fighter pass was announced, which contains 6 new fighters. And, of course, you have to purchase that separately from the first one, so it's just more Nintendo bullshit. All right, cool beans. All right, switch up. Yes, that's right, they're using that pun. Switch up your fighting style in the Nintendo version of Devil May Cry 3. Amazing. Experience 6 different combat styles on the fly, which is a new thing for this game. So, everyone thought that Dante was going to be the final Smash character. Hey, Callus! How you doing today, Callus? I hope you're doing well. But, of course, that did not happen. But they did. Devil May Cry 3 came out on their official YouTube channel, and they did show off the new stuff that's coming to Devil May Cry 3, specifically for, you guessed it, the Nintendo Switch. Let's watch. I said let's watch. There we are. So yeah, he's switching between Gunslinger, Swordsman, and I'm pretty sure there's going to be one more. Royal Guard. Royal Guard. Ooh. Is there anything else going on? I think that's it. I think that's all they're showing off. So yeah, he's literally switching styles as he's doing combos, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's the thing that's only available to the Nintendo Switch version, which is pretty interesting. So if you want to, you can purchase that when it comes out. It's going to be available, what did it say? It's going to be available on the 20th of February, 2020 for about $20. So here's the description of I think this is the description of the YouTube video. Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition brings the full stylish action package to Nintendo Switch, offering the addition of Virgil as a playable character and the 9,999 floors of the Bloody Palace survival mode. The system's handheld mode offers the added flexibility of playing on the go for the first time ever. And if you pre-purchase from the Switch eShop right now, you'll get a 50% discount, so the game's going to be only about $10 if you would like, which is pretty cool. So there you go. There you go indeed. Any fans of DMC3? I see Callus says it was amazing. So that's probably the version I'll get. I know there's a whole collection out for PlayStation 4, I think, but that's probably the version of DMC I'll get. I don't know. It seems kind of fun to play it on the go, 50% off? Sign me up. Give Callus a pen right now. All right, Randy's done barking. Isn't that right, Randy? Metro Redux has officially been confirmed for the Switch. Yes, that's right. The game that just never dies. Actually, the 2 games that never die. These games have been re-released so many times, they're rivaling some of the most ridiculous ones like Skyrim. So let's watch the official YouTube video for this. It's only about 50 seconds long. I love Metro. Don't get me wrong. I love the Metro series. I wasn't a fan of the newest one, but I haven't finished it yet, so I can't really give my opinion. Based on the internationally best-selling book, which I actually have. I think it's somewhere. I don't know. We probably packed it away already. Never played any Metro. Well, here's your chance. These games are super cheap. Super cheap. I mean, you can't, like, you can get them for like $5 each, or in the Redux you can get it for $5 for both of them. It's crazy. So yeah, Metro Redux, I love the Metro games. If you haven't played them, they're really, really good. These 2 at least are really, really good. Lots of customization, lots of like, there's like a good and evil kind of thing going on. It's a really cool thing. And for the first time ever, for a Redux, there is a collector's edition, the Ranger Cash pre-order pack. So what comes in the physical My mouse is going crazy right now. There's 2 pins that come with it, and there's some double-sided art cards, which are pretty cool, and an A2 double-sided poster. You can pre-order now, and it's going to be available on the 28th of February, 2020. All right, see ya, Punisher. Thanks for joining the podcast. Appreciate you. Have a great day at work. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Like I said, the Metro games are cool. There's a good and evil kind of thing to it. The guns are really interesting. The gameplay is really cool. It's a little slow, but I think the stealth and stuff like that is really well done. I wouldn't really call it a horror game, but it definitely has some spooky moments, I guess, to it. The first game's way spookier than the second one, I would say. The first game, you kind of stay underground for most of it, and then the second game, you go up top, which is really cool. But yeah, I got the platinum trophy on both these games, I'm pretty sure. On both of the Metro games, 2033 and Last Light. So, not to pat myself on the back or anything, but the Metro series are on PS Now. Exodus is on Game Pass for PC. Well, that's pretty good. So yeah, if you're a Switch person and you haven't played the Metro games, there you go. I don't know how much is it going to be. It better not be more than $20. It doesn't say right now. It's going to be about 16 gigabytes. They don't say a price. I'm guessing it's going to be about $20. That's what I'm guessing. I don't want to say... Yeah, we'll just say $20 for now. All right. Speaking of pre-orders, new Animal Crossing, New Horizons. There's pre-order bonuses appearing on different Amazon and stores like that. Most of these are, of course, UK-based, so this is for you, the UK lads out there. All right, so if you get it from the Nintendo store in the UK, you get a tote with it, and also 3 different pins. In the Animal Crossing game exclusive, I don't know what that is. You get the tote only. So you definitely want to get it from the UK store if you the Nintendo UK store. If you buy it from Amazon UK, you also get a microfiber cloth with one of the editions, which I believe is the standard edition, huh? Also, if you get from Smith's, you get stickers and a notepad. That's kind of cool. If you get it from Shop 2, you get a Tom Nook keyring. If you get it from Argos, you get a KK Slider keyring. And if you pre-order from Simply Games, you get a Isabelle keyring. If you want every single keyring, guess what? You have to buy all the different editions. Game is a retailer in the UK. I figured because I never heard of it. So yeah, depending on what you want, you can purchase it wherever you want to. I don't remember what GameStop and all this and Best Buy were doing, but it seems like the tote bag and the pins are probably the best deal best bang for your buck, I guess you could say. Best peg for your pence. Is that a good one? Is that something? Let's move on to some PlayStation news or general other news. I have not watched this yet, guys. I've been waiting a week for this. Mortal Kombat 11 Joker Official gameplay reveal. That's right. I am so excited to watch this with you guys. I have not seen any of this, so I'm pretty fucking excited. So if you don't recall, Joker was added during the for this game, for this fighter pack.
Realizing the ways I can kill you.
The cool thing is, Killer Croc, Catwoman, and one other character are skins for some of the characters, which is pretty cool. So it's definitely a different fighting style than his Injustice appearances. That's pretty cool. That's his grapple, I believe. He's got like a sword cane. You know I love sword canes. Ooh, that's not YouTube friendly. Oh, that's right. That version of Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, is a... I don't remember what character he's supposed to be. Oh, he's Noob Saibot. Okay, that was really easy to see. So yeah, Killer Croc, Catwoman, and the Batman Who Laughs are character skins that you could probably get along with Joker. I will say this, the Batman Who Laughs is overrated. Just saying that right now for you guys. There's Catwoman, and that's Katana. Not Katana. Katana? No. I don't know. Never mind. Doesn't matter. Fangirl, whatever Fangirl is. Someone will say in the chat, I'm sure. Someone's like, you stupid noob! Oh, here we go. Let's put a smile on that face. I'm surprised he didn't say something like that. Let's see this. I'm ready. Oof. Okay. That fatality was okay. That's good. That's cool. I like that. There you go. There you go. There you go. We still haven't. I haven't played as like any of the new characters except for I think Shang Tsung. I think that's the only one I've played as. And then also you can get the DC Oh my god, fuck off. The DC Elsewhere skins pack is also available, and then the Time Lord of Apocalypse gear, Garrus. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. They didn't show that off. Yeah, the Batman Who Laughs, like, he was the worst version of Batman. I know people latched onto him because he was Joker Batman. But, I mean, I like the Wonder Woman version of Batman, the Flash version of Batman, the Red Death. That was way cooler than the Batman Who Laughs. But that's just my opinion. DC Metal, what a wasted opportunity. But yeah, I like his moveset. I think it's definitely different than Injustice or Injustice 2. I do think that the fatality was not as good as it could have been. And we've seen Joker fatalities that are absolute garbage from Mortal Kombat versus DC, which we don't talk about here. But other than that, he looked pretty cool. We'll have to wait and see what the second fatality is. What date does it come out? January 28th. So we'll probably see January 20th is the early access for me, because I got the season pass, and also February 4th for everyone else. Not too bad. Let's see if... Nope. Okay, so no. So I guess the Elsewhere skins are also coming those same days as well. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. I'm excited for this DLC pack. And I like I said, I haven't played as any of the other characters, so I've been kind of off of Mortal Kombat since I did my rant about Sector. So, you know, I'll definitely come back to it though, since I did. I mean, I hate myself, but I bought the season pass day one, because I was like, oh, I'm going to love this game. And I played through the campaign, and I was really disappointed. The fighting's good. The fighting's good. Of course the fighting's good. Of course the fighting's... It's very good fighting. But, and I was okay I was pretty okay at online. Baraka's my boy. Baraka. Respect. Respect. Alright, here's something I cooked up for you guys. This came out today, the 22nd of January. 7th Sector. A teaser trailer for 7th Sector. Look at this thumbnail, guys. Looks pretty interesting, right? There's a robot. He's got a red eye. There's like a car behind him. I'm really interested in this trailer.
Rated T for teen.
It's a minute long. Let's see. There's a city, there's drones, there's floating billboards. There's some Japanese text there. There's a plant in the window. The wallpaper is like the Saints logo. There's something flashing on the wall. There's 3 things flashing on the wall. There's 4 things flashing on the wall. There's 5, there's 6, there's 7. There's a blue light. There's a record player. New life or the slavery is what's shown on the wall there. And that's it. There you go. 7th sector. Nothing shown off. This is not how you do a teaser trailer. Say it with me, guys. This is not how you do a teaser trailer. You show nothing about the game. You show nothing about the characters. You show nothing about the gameplay. This is just to get people interested, right? Well, I'm not interested. It just looks dumb. Welcome, Night Celestial. Thank you for showing up to the new podcast experience. I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a great day. So here's what the game released on Steam in 2019. So I didn't even know that. There's my stupid noob coming out. Immerse yourself in this intricate path, solving different puzzles, facing its dangers, and collecting scattered information to discover the story of this world. Gain control over several different characters, each with its own abilities, which can help you navigate world's devices and machinery. Some of these choices and actions done determine the final outcome. This is coming, what day did it say? What day did it say? 5th of February, okay. And it's going to be about £10, what is that, pound, or about $12.99. So, it's already been released on PC, so why give us a trailer like this? Why give us a trailer like this that shows nothing? VividChim says it's a 2D puzzle game. It has a cool aesthetic to it. Show that in my PlayStation trailer. I know nothing about this game. And I'm not one of those people who researches games that I'm not interested in. So if you don't interest me with this, I didn't even know it was on Steam until I scrolled down 1 inch on this article and said, "Oh, look at that! It was available on Steam in 2019." So, what do you got for me? You know, I mean, maybe I'd enjoy it. 2.5D puzzle game. That sounds kind of interesting. I mean, I like the thumbnail for it. Let's load that back in. The thumbnail was pretty cool with the little robot dude, and it's not loading in. Fuck. So yeah, that's going to be available on the 5th of February, and hopefully we'll get some more information for us PlayStation owners. If you're someone who's played it on Steam, you obviously don't care, so let's move on. All right, YouTubeTV. That's right, YouTubeTV has replaced, I believe, what was it? YouTube View or something like that? What was it called? I don't even remember. I never used it, of course. YouTube, I don't know. So YouTubeTV, the regular YouTube app is still available, but now YouTubeTV is available on the PS4 in the US. So what is YouTubeTV? It's a little like the almost now defunct PS View. It provides more than 70 channels, including major broadcasters like ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox. And as we've said, it's been around for a while, but it's greatly expanded this last year, adding a coverage for the whole of North America and becoming available on a wider range of devices. The PlayStation 4 is the latest to gain access to the app. So how much does it cost? It costs about $50 a month! A month? $50 a month? I'm done. Goodbye. $50 a month. $50 a month. What? What? All right, you get 70 plus channels. $50. Holy shit. $50 a month. I thought it was a year. I thought it was $50 a year. I've been like, oh, that's normal. A month? Netflix is only $15 a month. Hulu is like $10 a month. Even fucking Disney Plus is $8 a month. $50 a month. I get it. It's live TV. Fuck you. Oh my God. It says right here, a regular subscription. Regular subscription. A regular subscription. Oh, you get Showtime. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I can watch The Masked Singer while I'm jacking myself off. What the fuck? Holy shit. Oh, here we go. They say the only major drawback to YouTube TV is online-only viewing. Or the price tag. What the fuck? What in the world? Holy shit. Stay away from this, guys. Do not get this. Most of these damn shows aren't even worth watching. Just get Hulu and Netflix and Disney Plus. Getting all three of those major platforms is less than this shit. God damn. Even the Amazon subscription service, it's a yearly price of like $100, is less than this. Oh, Showtime costs additional per month, says VividChim. Why? There are bolt-on channels such as Showtime and Stars, but each of these will cost you a little extra. Who the hell okayed this? This is not okay. This is downright shit. This has to be a joke. This has to be a joke. That's the only thing I can think of, is this is a fucking joke. I don't know. I don't know. Don't get this, guys. Don't get this. Yeah, if you're a student, Amazon costs even less. God damn. Yeah, do the math. $50 times 12? Yeah. There you go. I would rather spend this money on like 100 copies of Untitled Goose Game. Like there's oh my god. All right, let's move on from this. I read over this article and I must have accidentally skipped the price tag. I must have skipped, because that was a huge $50. I'm having a seizure over here. God damn. Please just move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. All right, ukulele. Y'all know I love ukulele and the Possible Lair. Also, welcome Douglas and Dragons. Thank you for joining the podcast. Also, congratulations on getting a streaming schedule put on Twitter. If you guys haven't checked out Douglas and Dragons, his YouTube channel has amazing songs on it, and his live streams are usually really good. I say usually because I don't know if they're all good. I haven't been to all of them. Just saying. Anyways, that's a joke. All right, so Ukulele and Impossible Lair. You guys know it was number 6 on my top 10 games list. Go back and watch the episode, YemmyCast. It's a really, really great platforming adventure game. Thousands of times better than the original ukulele game that came out a few years ago that I personally funded with my own money. And it was shit. But this game, there was a whole podcast episode I dedicated to apologizing to Playtonic because this game is amazing. It is amazing. I love this game. It's such a perfect platformer. Breaking news, guys. Eli Manning has just retired. There you go. To all you NFL fans out there. Big rip in for the Giants. I guess not really. Anyway, so there's going to be a free demo for Ukulele and the Impossible Lair. It's going to be coming to the PlayStation 4 and other platforms as well, like the Switch and stuff, on the 30th of January. And it's going to include an assortment of vibrant and exciting 2D levels, as well as some game-altering tonics, and access to the titular Impossible Lair. Also, any progress you make in the demo will be carried over to the full game, should you decide to purchase it. Awesome. If you guys don't believe me that this game is one of the best games from last year, when this demo comes out, play it. If you love Donkey Kong Country, if you love 2D side-scrolling Mario games, if you like a nice challenge, this is the game for you. Collecting all the stuff in this game is a huge challenge. It's a collectathon, yes, but so much fun. I could not believe when I was playing this game almost every day for like a month straight last year. It was so much fun. The songs, the music, the levels, they're designed so so lovely, so nicely. If you haven't picked this up, I would recommend to pick it up. It's a little pricey. Yes, it's a little bit more than it's worth, I think. But there is a lot of content to it. There's a lot of different levels and new things and it's just so much fun. Every level has a reverse side to it. There's another side of the level. So technically, there's 40 levels in the base game, and if you do the second version of the level, that makes 80 levels. And the second versions are completely different. I cannot recommend this game enough, okay? It's so much fun, and if you're a trophy hunter, boom. Awesome. This is a platinum that you will have to earn, but it's worth it. It's so much fun. Oh, there you go. You had me at best game of last year. You lost me at collectibles. It's not like a grind though. The collectibles are really fun to get to. And I'm a person who doesn't like getting collectibles. You know me. Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice? Fuck those collectibles. Until Dawn? Fuck those collectibles. This game, I'm getting those collectibles. Very fun. Very fun. Like I said, it's 2D platformer. That the levels are very tight-knit, very well done, and it's a very fun game. Try out the demo when it comes out on the 30th. You won't regret it. I can't guarantee you won't regret it, but at least you'll say you tried, and that's all that matters. Alright, guys. Yes! We're finally at it. The new Zombie Army 4 Dead War trailer has come out, which was last week, of course. And it is looking awesome! It is looking amazing. So, if you don't know what the Zombie Army trilogy is, okay, or the Zombie Army in general is, it's Sniper Elite except with Nazi zombies. And this game has a zombie shark in it, if you like that kind of thing. I love that kind of thing, to be honest with you. I know we talked about the Collector's Edition before, and now officially the game has a release date, and it has a new trailer out. It's a little lengthy, so I'm not going to watch the whole thing with you guys, but I would like to show off a few different things. There's a few different modes to this game that are really awesome. And also, there's a lot of new abilities and enemies that you can find in this game as well. Here's the one thing I'll say. Me and my friend Nick, we recently realized that this game is going to be only available on the Epic Games Store instead of being on Steam. It's going to be available on the PlayStation, Xbox, and whatever, but it's going to be only available on the Epic Games Store, which doesn't make sense to me personally, because like I said when I was talking about Nazi Zombie Trilogy, when the trilogy came out, you got a discount for owning the other games because they were so nice. This game is going to be on the Epic Games Store, so I don't think they're going to be able to do that, which is kind of annoying to me. But it doesn't matter. I love these games so much. I'm going to get it on the Epic Store. That's the bottom line here. If you like zombie shooters, if you like Sniper Elite, if you like sniping zombies, go for it. It's a really awesome looking game so far. Obviously, they've added new enemy types. They've added new guns. They've added new special enemies. They've added way better graphics than you've seen before in these games. Obviously, new campaign, 4-player co-op, survival mode, bosses, stuff like that. New abilities, all that cool stuff. I think this game is going to be one of the best games of this year. And if you haven't played the other games, definitely check them out. They're really, really cool. Night Celestial says, Enslaved made me hate collectibles. Don't know what that is. Probably lucky I haven't. VividChim says, it's Nazi zombies. That isn't shit, so you know. That's cool. Did I read that right? I don't know. Anyways, I think this game is going to be awesome. And I'm really excited for it. Apparently, I mean, I don't know. It says that I don't think there's going to be loot boxes in the game, but it says that as you level up, you'll get new character emotes, stuff like that. So I'm praying that there are no fucking loot crates or anything like that, things locked behind loot crates. I really do hope that there's a leveling up system, because they even said in the trailer somewhere, I forget where it was. There is I think it's right here in the trailer. Let me see. Upgrades and perks. So I think you level up your perks and you get upgrades by leveling up in the game. So I like that. I think they haven't shown any loot crates or anything like that. So I'm really hoping that there's no in-game currency. There's nothing like that. It's just a fun game where boom, get a headshot, get some XP, level up your shit, get some new emotes. I don't know, because I look at that. I saw that before too. I look at this box that they showed that's glowing, and I go, is that a loot crate? What is that? And they don't explain it.
Weapon upgrade tokens to supercharge.
They say weapon upgrade tokens, which I'm guessing is you get those from leveling up. I don't know. So that's the only thing that scares me right now. That's the only, and also I think there's like a Fortnite dance in this part. There you go. But yeah, I'm really, really, really excited for this game. I really hope it lives up to my expectations. Hey, if you want to, it comes out the 4th of February, which is really soon, which is getting really soon. I have to pre-order it on the Epic Game Store. Unfortunately, the collector's edition is sold out, and I did not jump on it when I should have, but oh well. I don't know. If you find those while you're going through the levels, maybe it's kind of like that, but it's one of those wait and see type scenarios. All right, next. The release date for SpongeBob Rehydrated has been accidentally revealed, and what do you know, it's coming out like the same day as Last of Us Part 2, which was, of course, delayed a little while ago. So, according to the timeline that Nintendo posted, check out what's coming to Switch in 2020. We're scrolling down. Okay, we're seeing some interesting games. Devil May Cry 3 on the 20th, Animal Crossing on the 20th, Trials of Mana. Oh! May 22nd for Bikini Bottom. Supposedly, they did not want Nintendo to put this out yet, but Nintendo did. And now the reveal date for the game was, of course, released without their knowledge that it was actually going to be released, which is kind of funny. But yeah, so May 22nd is the day that SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is a super long name, rivaling that of Lego games, is, of course, going to come out the 22nd of May. We've seen a little bit of gameplay and stuff like that. They changed the graphic style a little bit, changed a little bit of this and that. I did not get to play this when I was a kid. When I was a kid, I played games like Creature from the Krusty Krab and Lights, Camera, Pants and stuff like that. I did not play this one, so I'm excited to see kind of what I missed. It looks like a really fun 3D action platformer type game. And like I said, it's going to be going up against The Last of Us Part 2, so I think we're having another Mad Max Metal Gear Solid 5 scenario. SpongeBob is actually going to be in The Last of Us, confirmed. Doom and Animal Crossing rivalry wasn't intense enough. Now we have SpongeBob and The Last of Us. That's right. That is right. So here's a guy here saying he has a star next to a name. It looks like The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be delayed again. So maybe possibly we're not going to get it the 22nd of May, but we'll have to wait and see. Wait and see on that one. Okay, now it's time for some sad news for a few titles here. There's been a large amount of delays in the gaming community. As I already said, Last of Us Part 2 was delayed a while back, but now Cyberpunk 2077 has gotten a huge delay. Instead of arriving, I think it was supposed to arrive like April 16th, now it's going to be arriving the 17th of September, which is a pretty big delay. Now, like I always say, guys, delays aren't necessarily a bad thing. Yes, maybe some people's schedules get messed up. Yes, you're really excited for a game, you want it now, blah, blah, blah. As I said in a podcast in the past, leaving it in the oven to cook a little bit longer is usually not a bad thing. And I think that most of these games are being delayed because they're coming out so close to the PS5 and Xbox One Series X, whatever it's called. And I think that's why that these games are being delayed, because they're going to be updated for the newer stuff. I don't know exactly why. Let's read the press release that Cyberpunk 2077 put on Twitter. That's right. I've got to love that yellow color. Nice mustard color. Sad news for VividChim. What is that? Were you going to do a review or playthrough or something like that? Cyberpunk 2077. Here's what they said on Twitter. We have important news regarding Cyberpunk 2077's release date that we'd like to share today. Cyberpunk 2077 won't make the April release window. We're moving the launch date to September 17th of 2020. We are currently at the stage where the game is complete and playable, but there's still work to be done. Night City is massive, full of stories, content, and places to visit, but due to the sheer scale and complexity of it all, we need more time to finish the playtesting, fixing, and polishing. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for this generation, and postponing launch will give us the precious months we need to make the game perfect. Expect more regular updates in progress as we get closer to the release date. We're really looking forward to seeing We're really looking forward to seeing you in Night City. Thank you for your ongoing support. And that was from Adam Badowski and Markin Iwinski of CD Projekt Red. Now, I mean, let me reread this part. Postponing launch will give us the precious months to need to make this game perfect. Let's read a little bit more behind. We want Cyberpunk 2077 to be our crowning achievement for this generation. This generation. I'm thinking, because The Witcher 3 was their crowning achievement for this generation, right? So I'm thinking they mean the next generation. Huh? VividChim says, it's sad because my March-April will be based around this release is now... okay, so now I need to think of what to do instead. You could play Doom Eternal. Yeah. You can watch Black Widow, that's right. You can watch that every day of the month until Cyberpunk is released. So yes, kind of sad news for people, but also, like I say, you want the game to be polished. You want the game to... be able to be playable when the game comes out. The one thing I will say, though, do not give us a hefty day one patch. If you're going to be updating the game this much to move the release date so far back, put it on the disc, please. I don't want to have to download a 20 gigabyte update. Look at Red Dead Redemption, 100 gigabytes to download the day one. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. So yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is the first game to talk about that has been delayed. That's right. Also, Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer is most likely coming in 2022. So this has also been sort of delayed. They said that they just need more time to get this going. They didn't even know if they wanted to put multiplayer into this game, and I understand it's a big single player experience. Who really needs multiplayer? But whatever. VividChim says, this game is getting re-released. Let's not fuck around here. It's being re-released for the next gen systems, and that's why it's getting re-released. Exactly. That's also why they pushed it back, to make it coincide with the release of maybe PlayStation 5 announcement or something like that. So, 2022 is when they're saying that they want to make multiplayer mode. That's, just a little nugget there. Also, more sad news. One of my most anticipated games, Dying Light 2, is getting another major delay as well. So in a letter to the fans that they released on Twitter, let's read what they had to say. It's going to break my heart reading this again. To our dedicated community, it was a busy year for us as we continued working on the biggest project to date. We know you are awaiting the game eagerly, and we want to deliver exactly what we promised. We were initially aiming for spring 2020 release with Dying Light 2, but unfortunately, we need more development time to fulfill our vision. We will have more details to share in the coming months, and we'll get back to you as soon as we have more information. We apologize for this unwelcome news. Our priority is to deliver an experience that lives up to our own high standards and to the expectations of you, our fans. Please stay tuned, and thank you to our fans around the world for continued support, patience, and understanding. So now, there is no release window. Oh, it's so sad. As as I've already said, the game delay trend, it's here because of the new console generation. That is the only thing I can think of. So many games are getting delayed because they're going to run better on the new systems. They're putting more resources into making them more optimized for the future systems. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Like I said, and I'll say it again, a delay is not the death of the world. It's not the end of the world. A delay is usually a good thing because they're taking more time to put into the game. We don't want more Fallout 76s or No Man's Skies that the games get finished years after they're released, whatever. But once again, Dying Light 2 is another game that is being delayed. And finally, for the delays, Marvel's Iron Man VR is getting a delay as well. And this news was actually kind of shocking because when they showed off the game during their PlayStation State of Play, they were They were like, yep, it's coming out this day, and it won't be delayed. It was supposed to arrive on the 28th of February, and now it's been delayed to March 15th, 2020, which isn't too long, not too long, but it's still a delay nonetheless. So they came out on Twitter and said, in order to deliver on our vision and meet the high expectations of our amazing community, wow, these companies really use the same language, we've made a difficult decision to move Marvel's Iron Man VR to May 15th of 2020. We truly appreciate your patience and understanding. You'll be hearing from us again soon. Wow, you really built to an anticlimax with that one, eh? That's all I can. That's all. Yeah, I just do this off the cuff, man. But yeah, May 15th is a new release date for our Iron Man VR. I think this is going to be a cool game. I have a VR headset for the PlayStation, and I would love to play this game. Hopefully, it's better than the movie adaptation back in the day. But once again, Marvel's Iron Man is another game that has been delayed. And that's the end of that shtick for this episode. All right, let's look at the top 10 list of the decade's best-selling games in the United States. As you know, no big surprises here, obviously, but Grand Theft Auto 5 was the top-selling game of the decade, along with Black Ops 1, 2, Modern Warfare 3, Black Ops 3, Ghosts, Red Dead Redemption 2, Call of Duty World War 2, Black Ops 4, and Minecraft being the top 10 games of the selling of the U.S. Obviously, there is no surprises here, okay? One of the biggest surprises is that Black Ops 4 and 3 got on this list because those two games suck ass. But the rest of them are very understandable. Modern Warfare 3, one of the biggest releases. I quit a job for Modern Warfare 3. Black Ops 1 and 2, obviously big releases. Ghosts, it was the first Infinity Ward game after the Modern Warfare franchise ended, so obviously people are like, yes, we gotta get Ghosts, and they played it and they were like, fuck, Ghosts is awful. Red Dead 2, obviously a best-selling game for multiple consoles. Call of Duty World War II, obviously on this list because it was a return to World War II, and people are excited for that, me, myself, and it was a great game. And of course, you can't do any top 10 list without your good friend Minecraft being on there, so there you go. Yeah, the fact that it's understandable, though, because, like I said, it was the first Call of Duty game from Infinity Ward after the Modern Warfare franchise had ended, or the trilogy had ended. So people were wondering what it was going to be like. Obviously, Ghost was not amazing. The alien attack mode was awful, and the campaign was lackluster, and the multiplayer was kind of weird, but there you go. Ironic it's called Ghosts because it was one killing people's hopes. Yeah, Call of Duty Ghosts was the first game in the trend of games that was going downhill for Call of Duty. Pretty much after Ghosts, everything started becoming shit. Black Ops 3, don't even remind me about that campaign. Awful. Black Ops 4, shit. World War II was really the start to go back up into the better game scene. And then they released Black Ops 4 and it was like, whoop. But with Modern Warfare, it's gone back up, of course. So congratulations to Modern Warfare for not being a complete waste of time. Yeah, I love World War II. Call of Duty World War II was my favorite Call of Duty game of this past decade, really. I liked Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 and 1, but, World War II just stole the cake on this one. All right, guys, we're almost there. We're almost at the end. Just a few more things to get to, but here's some big news for fans of Jedi Fallen Order. The newest patch has unlocked all the pre-order bonuses. So myself, I did get the pre-order bonuses myself. I'm kind of angry, but also, it's like, fine, whatever. It was free anyways, So now, with the new update, you can get the pre-order bonuses, which were Orange Lightsaber, which I used through my whole entire playthrough, the Magito Campaign Lightsaber Hilt, the Umbrian Campaign Lightsaber Hilt, the BD-1 skin, and, of course, the Gold Squadron Stinger Mantis skin, which was pretty cool as well. Me personally, I did a lot of the blacks and reds because those were cooler. It's fucking I love the color orange. Come on. I did change it to purple though once I could unlock that. I will say that I like purple more than orange, but But it's nice for people. It's a free patch, a free update, gives people the pre-order bonuses. I think this is a good thing, and it's EA it's EA letting you do this. Like, oh shit, EA, wow. EA's really turned this around, haven't they? And then you look at Apex Legends, you're like, kinda. All right, let's read what they fixed and improved about the game, because I had a lot of gripes on PS4. Even though it still got into my favorite games of the year. So, whatever. Maybe my opinion doesn't matter. They fixed an issue where bounty hunters would sometimes get stuck on Zepho. Oh, that's good. I actually had that happen to me. Not only was the photo mode camera able to explode rockets, it could interact with trigger volumes within the levels that could potentially break the game. We fixed this to ensure that you can continue playing the game after using photo mode. Unfortunately, this also means that rockets will be unaffected by the camera moving forward. Also, there was a bug that was causing one of the elevators in the last level to have a tendency of disappearing. It would now be present at all times. I had that happen to me too. There you go. Yeah, they are the shining light of EA. We've improved collision on Ilium. Oh, thank God. Oh my God, dude. That was the worst planet for that. Thank goodness they've done that. Language translations have been updated. There was an issue where some text was overlapping in photo mode. Never had that. The albino Yshock tactical guide entry wasn't appearing for all users. That didn't happen to me. And we fixed Gorgora having a tendency to disappear at specific times on Dathomir. I didn't have that either. But Ilium, this Ilium thing, I had that happen to me a lot. That was something that was really pissing me off. But like I said, I still enjoyed the game enough to put it on the top 10 games list. Maybe that's just a testament to how there wasn't that many games this year. I don't know. I like the game though. Still, I still really enjoy the game. So, Jedi Fallen Order, it's like a poor man's Dark Souls type style game, but it's still really fun. Also, it has one of my favorite actors in it. All right, so it's possible that the PS4 exclusive Horizon Zero Dawn is going to come to the PC in 2020, with several people who are inside Sony saying, yep, it's probably going to happen. So, if you didn't know, Detroit Become Human, of course, the studio that made it was sold to a Chinese company, so now it's available on PC. And also, as Sony already said, Death Stranding is going to be launched on the PC later this year. And of course, people were saying that Uncharted and God of War were never going to come to PC. Of course, I think that's still a true statement, but people are saying that Horizon Zero Dawn could come to other platforms as well. So, this was from Kotaku, and of course, Kotaku's a pretty reliable source. They said that the game could possibly come to PC by the end of the year. 3 familiar people with Sony are just sharing their plans. Why Horizon Zero Dawn, this article asks? Well, because Horizon Zero Dawn's a good game. Can't complain about it. I mean, the facial animations needed some work, but other than that, I think it was a really smooth and well-done game. And I think that people on PC would really enjoy this game. You fight fucking robot dinosaurs. What's better than that? And I think one of the biggest reasons that this is coming out is because it's made by Guerrilla Studios, and Guerrilla Studios is just it's a part of Sony's big, developer standpoint, but it's one that's more of it's a side developer, kind of like Santa Monica and stuff like that. So, I think this is pretty cool. This is Sony's attempt to breach the market better. Yeah, with Death Stranding in this game, I think they could possibly do that very soon. Okay, if you guys know about Hunt Showdown, you'll remember I said this in a previous podcast that the game was revealed for PlayStation, and now it officially has a date, the 18th of February. So this game, I've watched people play it on stream. It's almost like a battle royale, but you're hunting monsters, and there are other real people in the world who can kill you before you get your target, or vice versa. It had a pretty strong release on PC. It was a best-selling PC game for a good part of the year it came out. I remember seeing it in the trending all the time. And exactly, VividChim, I was just about to say that. Is it even going to run on the PS4? Because there's so many games that get ported over to the PS4, like Rust, what's that, DayZ game? There's 7 Days to Die, stuff like that. Those games run terribly on the PS4 because they're not optimized for the PS4. Look at fucking what was that one game where you parachute in? It was the one it was like After the Apocalypse. It's a battle royale game. I got a win in that game too. I forget what it was called. I don't remember what it's called because it's so forgettable. It was one of those just a battle royale game, not PUBG, but something else that's like it. But that game ran like shit too. The fucking map wouldn't even load by the time you get to the ground. So you're just walking on nothing. I'm walking on nothing. Not Scum. It was in the style of PUBG. It was like after a virus was released or something like that. Fuck it. I'm gonna look it up. It's on my YouTube channel. I know that. YouTube. H1Z1. I remembered as soon as I H1Z1. That's the one. It was awful. Anyways, Hunt Showdown is coming to PS4 on the 18th of February. I think the trailer's too long to watch. I don't fucking care enough. But yeah, it looks like a cool game, but you know, all that stuff. Yeah, I mean, pretty much all those games are the same. But PUBG and H1Z1 had such a similar style, it's hard to tell the difference. Same thing with DayZ. It's just like a bunch of crap coming out over and over again. But yeah, Hunt Showdown is a lot different from those games, so I'm thinking it has a better chance of running on the PS4. But of course, I'm not going to buy it. I'd rather buy it on PC if I was going to buy it. Alright, so this one's for our boy Callus, who unfortunately isn't here anymore, but remember him in spirit. Here's some Nioh 2 screenshots that just came out, showing off new characters and guardian spirits. So the guardian spirits in Nioh or Nioh 1 are very cutesy. There's like a corgi, there's, you know, a cat, there's a bull, and they look very stylized and lovely in that Japanese art style. And then you see this. Obviously, this game is going for something a little bit more darker. This is supposed to be a spirit, the bull spirit, actually. And then here is, here's the other one. Here's the other one. Do you mind if yeah, you can send me a headline. Sure, send it on over. If you want to talk about it with me, just go into my Discord and join the chat there, and I will certainly talk with you about it if you want to. That's supposed to be another guardian spirit. It's a fucking, like, decrepit bald rat. That's pretty fun. But they also showed off some new creatures in the game that you can fight. Look, here's the big bull, and you're obviously he's using a bow and arrow there. Here's here some guys fighting a dude there. This guy with fucking hawk wings or something coming in from above. And of course, here's you fighting the bull again. Now, like I said, this bull is supposed to be a new guardian spirit, so maybe once you defeat him, you know, he helps you out. I'm not sure. But yeah, Vivid, if you want to send me that link on Discord, I'd be happy to you know, talk to you with it. Let's see. What else? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, wait, nope, not that one. Which one was it? Did I not? I didn't make a thing for it. Fuck. That's okay. Doesn't matter. Oh, you don't have my Discord? Oh, well, come on in. The water's great. The water's great. And I think since you are a Ferret subscriber, you'll get access to a secret room. Ooh. So anyways, here's one of the last things we want to talk about today. 3 new games are coming to the Xbox Game Pass for PC, which is coming very soon. You're going to be getting A Plague Tale Innocence, which I've heard was a really great game. Children of Morta, which I have not heard of, and Gris, which actually won an award at the Game Awards, so pretty cool. Children of Morta is a story-driven action RPG about an extraordinary family of heroes. Gris is a serene and evocative experience free of danger, frustration, or depth. Explore a meticulously designed world brought to life with delicate art, detailed animation, and an elegant original score, where light puzzles, platforming sequences, and optional skill-based challenges will reveal themselves as the story unfolds. Gris is gorgeous. I have to play this game. I really want to play that game. And also this one as well. I want to play A Plague Tale's Innocence. This one's from Asobo Studio, which you follow a grim tale of a young Emika and her little brother Hugo in an heart-trending journey through the darkest hours of history in this acclaimed action-adventure game. So this game is about the Black Plague, I believe, or the bubonic plague, whichever one. And there's like a pope who's really creepy, or a priest who's really creepy. Of course, there's rats everywhere. Pretty cool. And you can get 3 months of the PC version of the Xbox Game Pass for only $1, which is really, really good. So if you want to check these games out, 3 games for $1, that's pretty good. And I might actually jump on this one because all 3 of these games look pretty interesting. Like I said, I haven't really checked out Children of Morta, but these 2, hell yes. Hell to the yes. And let's check out that link that good old VividChim sent. And he's actually in the chat right now, so let's bring this up. Project Mara. Now that's going to be interesting. VividChim. Let me get into the podcast room here, and let's move VividChim over. Let me adjust my glasses. I don't remember how to. You know what? I'll just join the chat. I'll just join this chat. Hey, VividChim, are you there?
Hello.
What is up? Hey, oh, sultry and very nice.
Yes.
Yes. How are you today, VividChim?
I'm doing pretty good. How is yourself, Yemmy?
I'm pretty good. Can't complain. So tell me a little bit about this Project Mara.
So this actually comes from a video that Ninja Theory posted like earlier today, I believe, where they basically just said, "Hey, we're working on all the things at the same time." So for those that don't know, Ninja Theory, one of Microsoft's studios, like one of their first-party studios now that they bought because everyone's just buying up studios.
Yeah.
We've got Kojima Productions over at Sony. Sony are like, you can come work for us, and you can come work for us. Like they got Insomniac at some point last year. Microsoft made big moves as well, being like, you can come work for us, and you can come work for us. And one of the ones they actually got was Ninja Theory, who are a bloody great studio. You probably know them for Hellblade, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
So they basically did an announcement video earlier where they were like, we're working on everything at the same time. They announced 3 projects in this one video. That's on top of the project that they have coming out, I believe, in like a month or two, which is kind of like the Overwatchy kind of game called Bleeding Edge. It seems like a melee-based Overwatch. I think that's gonna die a death if you personally.
It's gonna tank, just like that other game that was trying to steal Overwatch's thunder. It had like the criminals. I don't remember what it's called.
Lawbreakers.
Yeah, okay, yep, that was it.
Yeah. As soon as you said criminals, I was like, yeah, that's the one. The one that shut down Bosky Studios. Apart from Radical Heights, that Battle Royale game, which was actually good, but they released it way too early. But yeah, they announced they announced one of the games earlier in the year, which was the sequel to Hellblade, Hellblade 2.
Which I'm super excited for.
So I've now actually played Hellblade. I need to get on that.
Get on that, Vivid, right now.
It is also on Game Pass. So there we go. If you
go.
If people want it, it's on Game Pass PC, which is the best deal in gaming.
I think so too.
It's a quality deal. They announced that. Another one they announced was, and I'm trying to find the name of it here. Hopefully they mention it in this article. They might not actually, but basically they are working on this project which kind of focuses on mental health, as a lot of Ninja Theory products seem to at the moment. And it's kind of like a therapy thing, which can like help people discover more about mental health and how to combat their mental health and how to get over things. It's honestly, it's a really cool idea. They announced it at E3. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. I'll have to try and find it again, and I'll link it to you in your Discord for context. But essentially, it's combining video games with like research into mental health, and I think it's such a neat little concept to help people. The same way that they've done so with like PTSD and stuff. It's a really cool idea. But then we got this announcement for Project Mara, and we didn't see a whole lot about this. It was only a little teaser trailer, but what we saw was quite fascinating indeed. In fact, I'm going to try and get a Twitter post because this article appears not to have the pictures that Iwer showed. Sure, I'll send you this random dude. Shout out to this random dude. He's got 2 pictures from there. It's quite a fascinating little game. I'm going to send this in your DMs as well.
Ooh, yes, slide in, please.
Sliding right into those DMs. And it's a new kind of horror experience, as they claim it to be. It's one character in one location, and it's meant to show like a real take on like mental health struggles and stuff.
So
and
they're saying that this is actual in-game screenshots?
Apparently.
Oh, wow.
That was my reaction too, especially the one with the stairs. I was like, there's no way that's in-game. That looks like a real photo.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, and but it's meant to be like one person in one location, and it's meant to kind of have the struggles of mental health. And it's such an interesting little concept that we know very little about it, but it seems like Ninja Theory are taking this very interesting approach when instead of having one big AAA team, they have 3 or 4 smaller AAA teams all working on stuff at the same time, and they appear to be focusing on the mental health strand as well, which is quite a unique take, because I was discussing it earlier when I was streaming, and I was chatting to my chat, and I was talking about how mental health is something that isn't really shown in a decent way in games quite often.
Yeah.
It's like quite often it's usually there's a crazy dude trying to kill you, or it's just, or it's like used for horror in a non kind of like sympathetic way. So it's an interesting one. Like, they have some stuff like based on research into psychosis for this game. It's a lot of research that they're putting into this to make this a very real new kind of horror, which, unlike something like PT, which is a lot of surreal and supernatural elements, it's meant to be like, the way to describe it in the article is Project Mara will be a real world and grounded representation of mental horror. And I think that sounds genuinely terrifying.
Yeah, I mean,
like, it is one thing to have like a scary game like PT, for example, because that's what the screenshots reminded me of. But to have that real, like, this, we want to make this as real to like an anxiety attack as possible or something. That's a terrifying thought for a video game, and could genuinely be like ground shaking for the medium if it lands well. I was wondering what you thought. Obviously, you've seen those screenshots. It's like, just the idea of that. What is your reaction to that?
It looks. I mean, if that's how the graphics are going to look on the Xbox Series X, I mean, I think the PlayStation 5 has some catching up to do. But
right.
it looks. I mean, from those two screenshots and what we've seen from Hellblade 2, I mean, it looks like it's going to be a pretty deep experience. I mean, when I originally looked at that, I was like, is that Deus Ex Machina, that movie that came out a while ago? Because it kind of reminded me of the aesthetic of that home that they were in. But
yes, it's got that like kind of clean futuristic aesthetic to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge question mark. Like, maybe it's going to be robots following you around. I don't know. Good, kind of interesting.
Maybe you're a robot experiencing the mental health.
But yeah, I remember when I played Hellblade for the first time, and they were like, "We recommend you wear headphones." So I charged up my headphones, put them on, and that made the experience just so much more like. It just made it so much more, I should say. You have the headphones on, there's like voices coming all around, it's like surround sound in your ears, and it was just a great little experience. And even though like people were saying it wasn't the best representation of mental PTSD and stuff like that, but it's still like, it was something and people really appreciated it, and
yeah, I
would recommend that game to anyone. It was a great little game.
I think it's like, and it's an important game just because it's different. It's like, it's something that developers aren't really too keen on getting into. They kind of skirt around it. Like, we had God of War kind of touch upon grief in a way that a lot of other games don't. You know what I mean? And we've seen this trend start with like The Last of Us years ago, and it's slowly become more of a normal thing to just kind of like tell these stories in a different way. And to see Ninja Theory kind of double down on that and going, we're going to make games that people don't make.
Right. Yeah. Well, someone has to.
Exactly. That's a fascinating like concept going forward. They have a video series. I believe they're going to start documenting the development cycles of all of these games.
Oh, that'd be cool.
According to the YouTube video that I saw earlier where they were all announced. So definitely worth keeping an eye on, because as they're a popular company and like people kind of turned their back on them when they were acquired by Xbox. But it seems like Microsoft has enough faith in them to like just let them kind of go nuts with this and do their own thing, because they have the track record for it.
Well, I was about to say, I think one of the things that people were kind of iffier about was because they made the Devil May Cry reboot.
Yeah, that was
But they made Heavenly Sword before that, and that's one of those classic games that people don't remember. So they've had 2 hits and 1 miss, and I think that bodes well for the team. And even though Devil May Cry wasn't the best game,
and I was going to say,
great.
even the Devil May Cry game, it was like
It was
I
competent.
think I think it was one of those games where it's like if it wasn't Devil May Cry, people would have liked it.
Right. They could have rebranded it, you know.
Yeah, it's like it's the same way I view the Han Solo movie, the Solo Star Wars story. It's like if it wasn't about Han Solo, it would be fine.
Yeah, it'd probably be fine. Except for the whole thing where it's like, his name is Han Solo.
Yes, I will call you Han Solo. Because you're a loner and have no friends, you fucking loser.
Yeah, what a loser. Loser alert.
But yeah, it's such an like interesting thing that just kind of popped up earlier today. So I'm gonna be keeping an eye on this one.
Me too. Thank
Definitely.
you for bringing it to my attention, and I appreciate you coming on and talking to me with it.
Not a problem. Anytime.
All right, my friend. Well, I'm going to exit the call, and we're going to end the podcast here, but thank you once again for coming on. If you guys haven't checked out VividChim, make sure you do. He has a Twitch and a YouTube. He does game reviews. He does a podcast of his own,
Yes.
and he does very long playthroughs of games. But
Oh.
it's all worth it. It's all worth it in the end, right? Because you have all that footage to sift through. For
Oh
your
yes.
review now.
All that the 40 hours of footage I have to skim through for a 10-minute review. You love to see it.
All right, my dude. I'm going to disconnect. Thank you once again.
Thank you for having me on.
All right, guys. Well, once again, thanks to the master of many things, VividChim. All right, that's it for the podcast. I think that's all I got. That's all we got. We went for a pretty long time, but hey, that's the new podcast style. We're talking about things. You're interacting with me. People are coming on the podcast. There's rewards and all that good stuff. And like I said, the ferret points will come back during our regular live streams. I don't want to play melodica songs and read things to people during the podcast. You know, it kind of will break up the flow. But thank you to everyone who joined. Briar, welcome. Thank you for joining. Callus, welcome back. Thank you for joining. VividChim, thank you for being here. Cursed Titan, Coco Gamer, Douglas and Dragons, Night Celestial. Oh my gosh, there were so many people who showed up. Chaotic Punisher, Chop the Dog. All you people are amazing people. Thank you for showing up. If I forgot you, remember it wasn't intentional. It skipped my mind because I'm a stupid noob. But like I was saying in my last podcast of YemmyCast, this podcast is going to come out 2 days later on YouTube and on Spotify and Anchor and the rest of the platforms when those get added. I do have someone working on my new logo for this series, so there's not going to be anything special until a little bit later for that stuff, and I'll have a new intro and stuff when I get the official logo. Big shout out to Sir Biscuit for making my Fubar Ferret logo, and he's also making the Ferret 64 logo, so that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. All right, guys, I hope to see you tomorrow when we live stream more Vampire. Going to be pretty interesting to see where that game's going to go. Other than that, I'm YemmytheFerret, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Thanks for joining, everyone.